Hello everyone, Dr. J here. I wanted to take just a few minutes and give an update to my warranty situation with Blackstone. It looks like I might have received my large drawer that was damaged today. And if this is all right, undamaged, ready to go, we'll unbox this and get it put on there. The drawer had the biggest blemish on the front. I had both the door, I've got two doors so far that are not the proper door. And I have not received the drawer yet. It's been about a month and a week since we put in the first warranty request. So it finally arrived today. Let's get it out of the box, make sure it's the right one, and see if we can get it installed. If I'm really lucky, this will have a handle with it that fits one of the doors that they sent me, and we can put it all together today. That'll get everything back to where I expect it to be, with all of the flaws from packing, the original packing. I didn't have any dents. I just had some shipping damage on there. So I'll open this up and we'll see what we got inside. Maybe, just maybe, I can get the whole thing done. All right. And it's dented. Okay, so the front face looks really good, no issues there. One little corner ding right here, back in the back, which will really never ever be seen. Won't cause me any major issues. Looks like we just need to figure out how to pull this out from the slides and get it all put back in. There's the front of the door. You can see it there. I think it's in good shape and no damage whatsoever. Maybe, we'll see. I'll take it outside and we'll see how it goes. So I wanted to show you real quick. There's the paint blemish that I contacted them about. You can see where it rubbed during shipping. We just took the paint off. The same thing on the door. The door is much harder to see. It's much lighter. There's also a scratch across the front. Now the door pulls themselves are a different style than the new one that they just shipped. I'll show that to you in a second. But it is the right hole placement to where I could put the new pull on one of the new doors they gave me. And it looks like I'll be able to replace both the door and the drawer today. So to remove the drawer, it's fairly simple. There are some tongs here on the side. You push that down and that'll allow the slide to pull out. Let me get my fingers out of here. Push that down and pull out. That allows it to come out this side. Same thing over here. Lift up and pull. And now the entire drawer is free. And we can pull it out from the side. The new one ought to just slide right in the same place. We should be in good shape. So I'll pull it out. So what I'm going to do, since the new door that I received has a different handle size than what was on the original door, I'm going to take the handle they provided me for the new one. Even though it's a different style, it's still something that will allow me to replace the door until I can see if they can get me another handle like this style. Looks like they have changed the style handle, the style of pull, from what was on the one that I originally bought. So for this one, I'm going to pull the screws out, move the handle over, and put it in place, and then pop out this doors. Have a retractable pin on the top that pushes down, and that allows the door to come out, and that's just another pin on the bottom. So it should be a pretty simple removal. We can pop the other handle on. There's a little bit of a paint scratch there, but it's not as bad as the other damage on this one. We'll get it out, put the other handle on it, and I'll be able to put this back together. At this point, I had to drill a 1/4-inch hole in the existing hole locations. The screws that they provided for the new style handle are smaller than the ones for the original, and the original screws that I wanted to use for the handle on this drawer would not fit through. A 1/4-inch bit worked perfectly. I was able to get those out, get that drilled through, put the new screws in and get that working perfectly. And I apologize for doing the voiceover on these sections. The wind noise outside was just atrocious. So rather than put you through listening to all that wind, you can see the flap on that griddle blowing around. I figured it'd just be a lot easier to do it this way. The door is actually fairly easy to remove. It has a retractable pin on the top that you can push down and it allows the door to release. There's a bottom pivot pin on the bottom that holds it in place as well. I took the handle from the new drawer and placed it on the new door. That way I at least had some kind of a handle to use and get the door replaced. So I took the paint blemishes out of there. That for me personally was a bothersome piece. It bugged me to have the paint blemishes on there. And at least I had a new door and a new pull that I could put in place. I will contact Blackstone though and see if they will allow me a replacement handle that matches my existing handles, because I prefer that style. They're also heavier duty. The handle that they provided for the new drawer is lighter weight with smaller screws, and I did not like it as much. I'd really like to get a replacement that matches the original hardware, which I felt was much heavier duty in nature. Alright, so I did get my drawer that I requested because of the damage on the paint. I did get my door. The door's still a little bit of an issue because the handle holes did not match the original handle position, and the drawer pull that I put on there with the drawer that was just delivered was a different pull style than what I originally purchased on my Blackstone. Again, when we contacted Blackstone originally, we gave them the serial number, the model number, everything that we had. So they should have known what door style we had. It looks to me as though Blackstone has changed some of their manufacturing on their pulls themselves. They're using something different than what was manufactured at the time that I purchased mine. I will contact them with pictures and see if there's any way that I can get a door pull to match the other two drawers. If I can get one of those in the original style, even if it is smaller, it'll look better to me and I'll feel better about the overall replacement. I'm happy that I did get doors that are unblemished, undamaged, and was able to get those replaced. They worked well. Wasn't difficult to replace the drawer at all. The only problem I have with the drawer is the hole size for the original pull versus the new pull were a different hole size. They use a smaller screw now, so I had to widen that hole to a 1/4 inch hole. Since it is thin sheet metal, I had trouble on one side, but I got that mitigated. And it all told took 10 minutes to take the old out, put the new back in, and get it back to where I want it to be. So I hope this experience, letting you guys know the experience that I've had with Blackstone warranty is helpful. And let me know your comments, and that way if anybody else is looking, they can know how your experience with Blackstone was as well. Leave your comments down below on your experience. Thank you guys for joining me. If you like this content, give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so you can see more of my adventures with the Blackstone Pro Series 36-inch griddle station. And I'll have more cooking content out shortly. I thank you guys for joining me, and have a great day.